Hi and welcome back to my page, the 13th transmission. Today I thought I'd speak in a little bit more detail about what's driven me to start my page. I did touch on it a little bit before, but I thought I'd share my thoughts and give you a better explanation as to why I started what I'm doing. So I've had quite a few different jobs in the past where I've swapped and changed. Worked in banking, in IT, in entertainment, in telecommunications, and I got bored within those jobs quite quickly. I just didn't feel fulfilled. I didn't feel as though I was doing what I was supposed to do. But this was in my early 20s, and at that stage of my life, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do other than just earn money and socialise and do what most 20-year-olds want to do. Go out, enjoy myself, enjoy life, travel, be with friends. But something in the back of my mind kept telling me, this isn't for you, this isn't right for you, this isn't what you should be doing. And I kept switching and changing jobs. I would leave a good job to then go and try something else, and then that might last 6 months, a couple of years, and then I'd move on to something different again. And a lot of people from the outside thought that there was something wrong with me, because why would I leave a perfectly good job and then go and start from the bottom, slightly less money, and have to work my way up again doing something different? And literally people thought, he's crazy, why is he doing this? Also, wow, how lucky is he goes from one job to another job? That wasn't the case. I had to apply for about 100 jobs to get one job. I would be lucky if I got 10 replies. Half of those were thanks but no thanks, and the other 5 I went through a thorough selection process to then get a particular job. So that was hard work in itself. Not something that I wanted to do, but I just felt driven to do. I felt like I'm not supposed to be in this job. Right, let's try another one, and then another one. And each time I just kept feeling empty inside. I kept feeling this isn't right for me. And it didn't suddenly just happen, the 13th transmission. As I say, this was in my early 20s. I'm actually 50 now, so from my early 20s up until 50, I must have had 25, 30 different jobs where I just felt as though I was on autopilot, that I was just existing. And then, unfortunately, my father passed away at quite a young age, and then that gave me the extra kick up the backside, so to speak, to say, life's too short. What are you doing? Stop wasting your life, it's too precious. You only get one life that we're aware of. Afterlife is a fascinating topic, something that I'll come on to at a later stage in a different video. But for now, as far as we're aware, as I said, we just get one life. So I thought to myself, I've got to do something, and I've got to do it now. So I went through the process, and it was quite a painful process of literally self-examination, questioning myself, questioning the way I think, the way I feel, journaling, making lists. What do I like? What don't I like? What are my hobbies? Why do I like one particular aspect of a hobby? Why don't I like another aspect? Collating as much information as I could to focus down onto what it is that I enjoy doing, and then using that to then think to myself, well, how can I make that into something excuse me, how can I make that into something that's essentially a career that I can do for my job? And that ultimately is how I got to the 13th transmission. Now, the process, as I've said, hasn't been easy, and it's been quite difficult. I've never stood in front of the camera before I started this page. I had no idea what content creation was. So this isn't natural for me, as you can probably tell. I'm probably making lots of different mistakes and errors, something which I'm going to look to continue to improve so that I can present better and come across so it's giving a better and clearer message of what it is that I want to try and say and people can understand and enjoy. And also with regards to the content creation, I'm wanting to look to improve how I present the information, how I present the stories, make them more entertaining, more varied, more detailed. And I welcome any feedback on all aspects of what I'm doing, because ultimately I want to give the best of me and the best that I can. And that's why I'm putting myself in this uncomfortable position to be able to do what I want to do and to improve. And as I am a little bit uncomfortable, and as difficult as it has been, to be honest with you, I absolutely love what I'm doing. I get out of bed and I want to get out of bed and I want to go and attack and to do what I'm doing. I enjoy it. I want to think of new ideas, I want to work on them. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do on the page. I'm really passionate about what I'm doing. So I'm grateful now that I've woken up and I'm doing what I'm doing. And also, I was born on Friday the 13th, so maybe I was destined to always do this. It's just taken until this point in my life to be able to be properly ready and able to present and do what I'm doing and to give you the 13th transmission. And I've got a question I'd like to ask as well. Again, this has been on my mind, and I feel that from the people watching, followers and new followers, I'm going to gain so much more knowledge and learn from your experiences. What's been the most challenging thing that you've had to deal with in your life? And if there was someone in a similar situation, what advice would you give them? Thank you for watching today's transmission. Until next time, let curiosity be your guide.